Hi, let's begin this session, this prenatal all-level session on something a lot of height for you to find your neutral pelvis with the knees angled either even with the hips or angled below so that your lower back is lengthened and so that your weight is off of your tailbone and so that you have spaciousness in the lower segment of your uterus. And so that your baby is allowed more likely to hammock away from your spine, which will help with their fetal positioning into the third trimester. And take a nice breath in, maybe exhale through the mouth. Let your shoulders soften back. And let your eye gaze either softly gaze a few feet out in front of you or begin to let your eyes close and observe your breath, how it is in this moment, exactly as it is in this moment. Each breath in and each breath out. Observe how your breath changes as you watch it. Begin to invite each inhalation down around your belly and your lower back, swelling with each inhalation in the belly and the back. Take your time as you exhale. And then also let each breath in, breathing into the belly and the back, let your ribs blossom open to their sides. Each exhale, do so slowly, take your time. And continue this focus of breathing each inhalation, letting the belly and the sides and the back expand gently without forcing. Each exhale, let your spine grow nice and tall, grow even taller. You're anchored. Your seat is anchored into the floor. Your spine is growing longer through the back of the neck and head. The shoulders are quietly draped back. Maybe you invite the feeling of a smile in your eyes or in your mouth. And let's stay here breathing another minute, just simply observing your breath, keeping the fullness, that gentle expansion with each inhalation, soft expansion. And that nice slow exhale as your spine grows tall. If your mind wanders away, that's completely natural. Call it back into this breath observation practice. Sometimes all it takes to shift into a more productive breathing cycle is to watch it. Begin watching it. Often it will begin to change to align with your needs in the moment. And Now bring a hand to your heart. Place a hand on your baby belly. Let your head gently bow. Take some time to connect with your baby in your way. Invite and sending your feelings of gratitude, a breath of gratitude down around your baby. Send gratitude to your baby. And do the same for yourself now. Send yourself, that hand on your heart, a deep breath of gratitude into your whole being, into your body. And then bring both hands to your heart in a prayer position, in Anjali Mudra. Let's begin with an Om. Inhale. And gently let your eyes open. Interlace your fingers and push your palms away from you. Let your chin curl, let your shoulder blades spread apart from each other. And take a nice full breath in between your shoulder blades, letting the shoulder blades spread. And then roll your spine up to sit up nice and tall. Slide your shoulder blades in towards each other now. And reach the arms as straight as you can, as high as you can, keeping that clasp. As you inhale, get nice and tall. Breathe into the sides of your body, into the back. And then release your arms down. Let's interlace knuckles at the low back. Roll the shoulders back, expand the chest. Imagine a little bee just landed on your nose. Slide the nose back. Slide the sides of the neck back. Good. Let's take your right hand down on your floor or bolster. Inhale the opposite arm up and over. Roll your heart up towards the ceiling. Let's come on up and switch. Roll that opposite palm up and over to the left. And let's come on up. Extend your legs forward. Begin to point and flex your ankles. And circle your ankles around one way. And around the other way. Good. Now walk your hands back. We'll bend the knees here. Roll your shoulders back and let's flex. Right ankle up over the knee. Sit up nice and tall. So I'll show from the side. We are trying to lift up out of the low back. If you're running out of room in your belly, just let that leg extend forward. So we can be here with the knee bent. We can sway a little side to side. We're trying to really stick out that right bottom and keep the right ankle nice and strong and flexed. We'll hold it another breath. Lifts the heart. Good, and then we'll release that side. Let's reach the arms up, take your feet a little wider. Exhale, arms down, either stay right here lengthening up through your spine, or you might begin to fold in a little bit. Each inhale, wave the spine nice and long, wave your heart forward. As you exhale, stay right there or fold in a little bit. We'll take one more breath. Again, you might be sitting up nice and tall here. And let your exhale finish. We'll do that other side. Bend the knees, walk the hands back. Flex the left ankle. We'll bring that up over the knee. Sit up tall. Try to lift up out of your low back. Feel free to add some movements if you'd like, if that feels useful. One more breath here. Good, and from here, let's release the legs, kind of shake them out. We'll take Baddha Konasana. Slide the soles of your feet close towards your pelvis. We'll start with the hands back, shoulders back, lengthen up the spine. You might stay there, or maybe you are sliding the hands somewhere down the shins, maybe towards the ankles. We're trying to sit up nice and tall. Press your outer feet into the floor. Roll the shoulders back and slide your nose back, really widen the knees open. Take in a few nice, slow, full breaths into your belly, into the sides of your body, into the back. And then help the knees back up. Extend the legs forward. Let's come into table position. Find your hands as wide as your shoulders. Spread your fingers really wide and evenly ground every finger. A lot of times those thumbs and index fingers like to creep off the floor, but that will place more pressure down in the wrist. So try to really get down through every finger. And let's begin to circle the hips around. The eyes may stay open or closed. Maybe you're drawing little figure eights with your nose. And go another time or two this direction. And then go the other direction. And then widen the knees. Take a child's pose. You might be sliding your big bolster under your chest and resting one side of the head down. Invite your breath slowly into your low back. Expand your low back. And then expand into your middle back and into your upper back. Let's exhale through the mouth, Echeha. As you exhale, let your shoulders relax, let the jaw relax. We'll try a few more of those. Inhaling, expand and fill up your low back and your middle back and your upper back. As you exhale through the mouth, bring your bottom as close to your heels as you can. Drop the weight of your head down. And then try exhaling that same way that feels like a release, but now close your mouth. And as your exhale finishes, turn your head in the opposite direction for another minute or so. And one more breath here. As your exhale finishes, slowly make your way out of that. Remove your bolster to the side. We'll do a little outer hip toning today with some clamshells. So come onto your right side. You can extend your right arm out and place a blanket or two right over your arm and under the head. We have the knees and the hips bent up at about 90 degrees. And now turn your hips forward. So if a flashlight were shining from your belly button, it would be angled down. We'll keep the feet, inner feet together and begin lifting up the top knee. We can tent this top arm, those fingertips on the floor. And we're not lifting up so high that we rock backwards. Okay, only lift up just before that shift wants to happen. So you're isolating just that one band of muscles in the outer hips and glutes. Good. We'll keep going any time in here. If you need a pause and take a break, take a few breaths, do so. We'll do 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, now rest. Okay, so what we'll be doing next is we can lift up this top leg. Okay, and we're going to internally rotate, so that knee rolls down. We're trying to kick the outer heel up, and then open up, externally rotate. So we're going back and forth. Internally rotate, externally rotate. Internally rotate, externally. Ooh, it's hard. It's hard for me. 5, and down and up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Ooh, okay. And then let's roll on to that other side. Find your starting position. Tip your pelvis forward. Make sure you're not too tucked up either. So untuck. So just about 90 degrees right angle bend there. Find your fingertips. And here we go. Okay, this side might be different. You might be able to lift it higher or maybe not as high. I know one side, for me, I think it's the first side, I can't really lift up my knee that high from restrictions that I have in my hip. So it doesn't have to be even. Each side will probably be different. We'll go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, pause, take a breath. And we'll try to combine internal and external rotation now. So we'll lift the leg. To internally rotate, you'll take the knee down and kick the heel up. And then to externally rotate, knee up, foot down. So I really want to shift my pelvis forward and back here, but try not to. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Okay. Let's come on up. Okay, come up to your knees. All right, let's do some side lunging. We'll take that right foot out to the side at a diagonal and begin lunging in and out. Nice and tall through the spine. Spread the toes of that right foot. Let your belly soften. Let the jaw soften. Notice your breath. We'll do 10 more. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Now widen that angle so now your heel lines up to the knee. And as you widen, you might feel those clamshell muscles working. Let's reach the arms up. Bring the right forearm down. You can bend this left elbow and circle the arm around. Let's go the other direction. 3, 2. Good. We'll come on up. We'll do that all on the other side. Find your diagonal lunging. Nice tall spine and begin neutral pelvis here. Okay, still making sure middle of the knee angled towards the second toe. Shoulders draping back. Notice your breathing. And 10 more. Continue slowly and fully breathing in. And slowly and fully breathing out. Acknowledging your baby inside. Maybe sending them that little smile, that feeling of gratitude. 3, 2. Good. Let's open this ankle wider. Reach the arms up. Bring the left forearm down. Turn the ribs and chest open. Begin circling around this right arm. And go the other direction. Great. And then come on up. Let's bring the knees back in. And let's take a blanket or two right on top of your heels. And then sit back. We'll roll the shoulders up. Let's roll the palms up, reach up. Bend your left elbow, burst it up to the ceiling. Slowly breathe into the sides of your body. Exhale fully. into the back of your body. Breathe, expand. And then slide the nose back, slide the sides of your neck back. One more breath here. And with your inhale, let's reach the arms up. We'll take the thumbs under the fingers. Begin to oval your wrists around. And go the other way. Good. Release. And let's do the other side. Shoulders back. Roll the palms up. Reach up. Bend the right elbow. Burst it up to the ceiling. Try to line up your ribs back, your neck back. Track your breath, each breath in, each breath out. With this inhale, reach up. And we'll take the arms out to the side. Let's figure 8 your wrists. Draw your shoulder blades in towards each other and go the other direction. Good, and release. Great, let's come on up, remove your blankets. I'll slide my socks off now. And let's do a quarter dog. So walk your hands towards the top of your mat. Hands as wide as the shoulders. Walk the knees right under your hips. Shrug your armpits up a little bit. And then imagine you're trying to push the floor back. And some of us might need to kind of tuck the ribs in a little bit. Squeeze your elbows as straight as you can. Take one more nice full breath in. And a full breath out. And from here, let's walk the hands on back and take a strap or scarf or belt, whatever you have. Come up to the knees. Start as wide as your shoulders. We'll inhale, reach up. Keep the neck and the nose back, and then slide your hands as far apart as you need to keep your elbows straight and go back. Back up and forward. And let's repeat a few times up and all the way back. Back up and forward. Let's do 3 more. And last one. And release your strap down. And if you have a chair nearby or even a small table or a couch, take your hands as wide as your shoulders on that chair. And let's stand up. We'll do a little calf stretch here. So step your left foot close up to the chair legs. And we'll start moving that right heel back. Try not to let it turn in, but take it straight back. Your front foot, that left foot, imagine you're stepping on a gas pedal. And back heel, both sides are both reaching back. Let your heart glide forward. And we'll give the back of that leg a little bit of time to lengthen and open. Let's hold it here a few breaths. Maybe imagining each inhale is really reaching down, the energy of the inhale, reaching into the back of that right leg, behind the knee, down the calf. Let's take one more breath here. Let your exhale fully finish, and let's switch sides. Take right foot forward, left foot back. Make sure the left heel is reaching straight back, both sides of the heels, reaching back. Front foot, imagine it's stepping on a gas pedal a little bit. And then glide your heart forward. We'll hold it here a few breaths. One more breath, one or two more. Wonderful. Let your exhale finish. And then step that foot up so it's about a foot behind your chair. Take the right foot back. And let's bring the hands to the knees. Spread the toes, look up. And as you're ready, stand up. Okay, so remember, first trimester, your feet are as wide as your hips. Second trimester, a little wider and parallel. Third trimester, even wider and just barely turned in. Okay, where you feel stable. Let's roll the shoulders back. We'll inhale, reach the arms up. Let's take your right hand around your left wrist. Reach up as high as you can and over to the right. Pull your hands to the right. Feel both feet grounded into the floor. The toes are spreading. And then let's come on up. Switch hands. Left hand around right wrist. Reach up and over to the left. Open your chest. Slide the nose back. And inhale, come on up. Take your chair dog. So hands wide. Walk the feet back. Bend your knees and really move your hips back. Spread the toes. And take a nice slow full breath as you expand the sides of your body. As you exhale, reach the hips back. Let's take one more breath here. So you're bending your knees as much as you need to get that length in your back, like you could flip your tail up. And then let's lower down to the knees for baby camel. Knees as wide as the hips. Shrug the shoulders up, 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 up. Roll them back, either hands to hips or thumbs towards the sacrum. And you're trying to move the tops of the shoulders back. Lift the chest, move the nose back. Get as tall as you can for one more breath. And then come on up and either come back to your chair dog or place your hands on the floor for your floor dog. Same here, bending the knees, taking the feet that same distance apart as you have in your standing mountain pose. One more breath. Now, if you're using the chair, walk your feet up and take your hands to your knees. If you're on the floor, walk your hands back towards your feet. And take your time as you climb the hands up the knees, look up. As you're ready, stand up, shoulders back. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hand to heart, hand to baby. Check in with your baby. Check in with yourself. Notice how you feel, the feeling of your feet on the floor, the rhythm of your breath, the beating of your heart. Not feeling that your body is pumping so much more blood. So it doesn't take much to really get your heart pumping. So now let's take your 2 blocks and we'll start moving through more of a standing sequence. Come up to the top of your mat. Bring your feet as wide as your mat. Keep them parallel. That means not turning out, but straight forward. Roll the shoulders back. Feel your feet on the ground and take a breath. And with your inhale, reach your block hands up as high as you can, stretch up. And exhale, bring your blocks down in between your feet. Take your left foot back into a nice long lunge. If you don't have blocks, you can also be doing this with your hands on your chair or your couch, but try to keep this ankle under the knee. Some of you might be fine with your hands on the floor as well. Just as long as your belly feels spacious and posture in place. Lift your hips high enough to squeeze that back knee straight. And we'll pause here, another breath. And then lower the back knee down. We'll bring the right knee back. We'll do a baby camel. Shrug the shoulders up. Roll them back. Lift your chest. Slide the nose back. Take a nice breath. And come on up either into your quarter dog or your dog with the knees off the floor. Reach the heart back. Take a breath. And either lowering the knees or swinging your left leg out to the side. Let's place the left foot up, ankle under the knee. Using your blocks, any height, or your chair or the floor, we'll squeeze that back knee up. So you have to lift your hips high enough to do that. Glide your heart forward. And take another nice, slow, full breath. And this time we'll spring that back foot up to where we began. Bend the knees and fold. Keep the inner feet heavy. Bring the hands to knees, look up. And take your time as you stand up and reach up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, bring your hands to the blocks. We'll begin this time with the right foot moving way back. Keep wiggling that foot back so the heel is up towards the ceiling. Glide the seat up a little bit so you can squeeze the back leg straight. We'll pause a breath. And place that back knee down. Bring the left knee back, come up to the knees, another baby camel, shrug the shoulders up, roll them back. Take a nice full breath into your chest. And then come on up again into your quarter dog or your dog with the knees off the floor. Nice full breath here. And either lower your knees if they're lifted to swing the right leg around, or keep the knees lifted and swing it around. We'll place the right foot forward and squeeze that back kneecap up. Glide the heart forward. Take a full breath. And spring the back foot up. Bend the knees, fold. And bring the hands to knees, look up, and come all the way up, reach up. And bring a hand to your heart, a hand to your baby. Take a nice mindful breath. Sending your feelings of gratitude into your baby, into your amazing, intelligent body. And we'll add on to that flow a little bit. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, come on down to your blocks or whatever you have. And let's start with our right foot back this time. Find that same long lunge. We'll pause here. And let's turn the back heel down, a slightly angled in, just a little bit. Line up your left heel to the middle of your back arch. And let's bring left forearm to thigh, really push down that back outer foot and start rolling up your top hip and shoulder as you bring the right hand to hip. And pause there, feel down into the feet. Let your chest roll open, slide the nose back. And either keep the hand to hip or you might reach it up to the ceiling or even up towards the ear. Then roll your heart open. You might be in cactus as well. And really push that back foot down. Let's come on up. Warrior two, and we'll reverse it. Back hand down, roll the left palm up and reach up. And let's straighten that left leg. Keep reaching up, up, up. Press the feet down. And we're coming back into that Parsvakonasana. So bend the left knee again, forearm to thigh. Reach the right arm up where you like it, where you can open your chest, where you feel a nice stretch in your body, any of the arm variations. And then back again, reversing the warrior two. Either hold that front leg bent or straighten again. Reach up, 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 push the feet down. We'll go a few more times through that. So back into Parsvakonasana. Taking a breath there. And then back to either your reverse warrior two or that reverse triangle. And move at your pace again back to Parsvakonasana. And back to reverse warrior two or reverse triangle. And last time, Parsvakonasana. And warrior two with the reverse arms or Trikonasana, straightening the leg. And now everyone straighten the front leg. And let's take our triangle pose. Reach forward. Take your hand on a block on the inside of your leg. Roll the top shoulder back. Either keep the hand to hip or reach it to the ceiling. Let your heart open. Draw the shoulders back. One more breath. Good, and from here, let's come on down to blocks. Roll that back heel up. We'll take the back knee down, left knee back, baby camel. And then come on back. Take a child's pose, a few breaths. Knees nice and wide. Maybe your forehead resting on a block. Notice how you feel. Notice the rhythm of your breath. Check in with your baby. And let your exhale finish before you come on up, and we'll do the other side. So set up your blocks if you're using them. We'll take this right foot forward and squeeze up the back knee. Pause here. We'll start turning that back heel down. We're lining up the front heel to the middle of the back foot. We'll go right forearm to thigh. Really press down through that back foot. Left hand to hip. Roll the top shoulder back. You might be keeping that hand to hip or taking up to the ceiling, cactus, or reaching up by the ear. Remember, when you can open your chest, that means your belly, your uterus is nice and spacious as well. Well, come on up, reversing that warrior two. Okay, and remember holding that or straightening the right leg and reverse triangle pose. Reach up, 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 push your feet down. And we'll come on back, bending that right knee. Reaching the left arm up. And back up, either reverse warrior two or triangle. And keep going back and forth at your pace. And back up. We'll go a few more times. And last time. And this time, let's all push that right leg straight. Reach up, up, up. Keep this nice side body length on the right side. Reach forward. Take your block right under your shoulder. Roll the top shoulder back. Maybe reach the arm up. Breathe slowly and deeply. And with your exhale, bring your hands to your block. Roll the back heel up. Take the back knee down. Another baby camel. Shrug the shoulders up. Roll them back. And then come on up. This time, we'll take the two blocks, turn sideways on your mat, and take your feet wide. We'll turn the feet in towards each other a little bit. And either stay with hands right on the blocks. You might be using your chair as well. Or walk your blocks forward at any height. Keep your hands as wide as your shoulders. Really reach the hips back. Put at least a little bend in your knees so you can move your bottom back. Push your feet down. Spread your toes. And we'll walk the blocks back. Look up. Let's turn the feet out now. We'll bring the hands up to the knees. We have ankles about under the knees. Middle of the knee is angled towards the second toe. Spread your toes, really press down through your big toe ball mounds. And let's round your back up like cat pose. And then dip down the right shoulder and peek over to the left. We'll do that on the other side. Round your back in the cat pose. That means lift your ribs, lift your baby, and dip the left shoulder down as you peek over to the right. And try that another time or two on each side. I'm trying to get that lower back opening around the sacrum and into the middle back. Then we'll come back to the middle as you're ready and stand up. Okay, we're squeezing the legs, press down through the inner feet. That's what keeps you from falling backwards. Okay, so here we'll widen the knees, take a seat, and then push through the ball mounds and the heels. Squeeze your buns as you come up. We'll take a seat down and push to come up. Good, we'll do a few more. Down and up. You might be adding arms if you'd like. Inhaling up and exhaling down. Hands to baby. Inhaling up. We'll do 3 more. And exhaling down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Last one. And hold it here a breath if you'd like, or stand up. And then we'll stand up, turn the feet in. We'll do windmills. So either bring your hands to your chair. If you can keep your low back lengthened, then take your hands to your high blocks. Okay, bend the knees a little bit. We'll inhale, right arm up. Exhale it down. Inhale, left arm up. And exhale it down. Keep going. Okay, so if your low back is rounding here, then we're getting a lot of restriction through our twist. And we want more freedom there so we can actually open between the ribs and the lungs. So in that case, you would want to be using something higher so you can get that length in your back. It might also mean you bend your knees more. And we're lifting up on the inhale and coming down on the exhale. We'll go a few more times each way. Move slowly with your breath. And we'll do one more on each side. And then pause there, take one more breath. And gently bring your gaze up, bend the knees, and stand up. Walk the feet in. We'll do standing lunge here. Turn your chair around. So now we're using a higher surface. It might be the back of your couch. Okay, and we'll take our left foot forward towards the left leg of that chair. And then we're walking the right foot back. Our feet are as wide as your hips. Okay, and we'll keep walking back. We can bend this back knee, and we want to be able to turn this right hip forward. If you cannot turn that hip forward, then make your stance shorter, okay, which may need to be happening as your pregnancy progresses too. Okay, so we're pressing on the gas pedal through that left foot. We're trying to roll this right hip forward. You can bend that back knee. Now tuck your seat under. Lift your chest up. So we're getting that psoas stretch that connects high into that right inner thigh. You might keep your hands where they are, or you might reach one or both up. Okay, we'll take two more breaths. Soften your jaw. Soften your shoulders. That's it. One more breath. Good. Now lean forward and we'll step out of that. Beautiful. We'll take the right foot forward towards the side leg of that chair. Start with your feet as wide as your hips. And then start moving that left foot back. Okay, we're gliding the heel up. We can bend the knee and then turn that left hip forward. Tuck your seat under a little bit. Okay, lift your chest and push down through that right inner foot. You might be keeping hands where they are or lifting one or both up. Your hands might be going wide so you can get that lift in your chest. Good. Two more breaths. Good, and then we'll take the hands down if they're lifted, lean forward and step forward. Wonderful. Okay, let's do our high squat at the door. With the last video, I showed this one with the door, or you can do it with your partner, anyone that can help you, if you have someone in your house, all right, which we do in class a lot. So you can either do that, or you could make a knot in your long strap or scarf. So I have a knot, and then I'm going to turn the camera so I can show you how I'm going to use the door. Open the door, slide that knot over the top, and then close the door so it's nice and secure in there. And then I'll start holding the strap evenly. My chair is a little bit in the way here, so I'm going to move that. Okay, then you start with your feet pretty wide, your stance that you have in your mountain pose, feet parallel. And then we'll bend the knees and try to arch your back. big toe ball mounds are heavy. You're trying to stick your bottom out, get that anterior tilt through your pelvis to stretch through your pelvic floor and the back of your pelvis. We'll take another breath or two. And then as you're ready, slowly stand up. Great. Okay, wonderful. I'll turn the camera back and we'll do a hip stretch on the chair. So come onto your chair, or whatever thing you have to sit on. Sit towards the edge, untuck the flesh of your seat. Let's take our flexed right ankle over the knee. Sit up nice and tall. Try to lengthen out of your low back. Stick your bottom out a little bit. Notice your soft, full breathing. Each inhale, the spine is waving tall. The heart is gently lifting. Each exhale, let your jaw soften. Let those shoulders slide down from the ears. Maybe invite in your practice of a smile in your eyes or in your mouth. You might start to add some movement if that feels useful for you. Maybe continuing to send that warmth in your smile, that feeling of gratitude in your heart into your baby. They can feel it. And into your body. A few more breaths here. And with this inhale, sit up nice and tall. Release your leg. Extend it straight, point and flex a few times. And let's switch. I like to untuck that whichever thigh is being stretched. Try to untuck that seat under a little bit more. And continue into your practice, maybe continuing your half smile, sending your light, the feelings of gratitude and love to your baby. And to yourself, to your amazing, intelligent body, to your infinite wisdom. Maybe you're adding movements. We'll take a few more breaths. And with your inhale, sit up nice and tall. As you're ready, release that slowly. Extend the leg, flex and point. Good, and then stand up. We will take an Upavishta Konasana, so sit up on some height. I'm going to use my 2 folded blankets here. And this is the one where we sit, we take our legs wide, we untuck the flesh of the seat. We want neutral pelvis here. And I'm going to use a chair today. So you might just be placing your hands on your chair. Okay, and staying there the whole time. Each inhale, really encouraging your weight to lift away from your tailbone, for your spine to lengthen, the heart to lift. Maybe you are starting to fold in and either resting your head on your hands or maybe even on a block on your stacked forearms or hands. Let your bottom really drop into the floor. Let your tailbone soften. Let your sitting bones and pubic bones soften. And you can add horse lips if you'd like, breathing in through the nose. And exhale, fluttering the lips to help your jaw and your mouth soften. Let your throat release. Why do we do that? There is this connection from your pelvis to your jaw. I even like to think of it like the neck of your body. So your neck, your throat, responds when it softens. The neck of your uterus also responds, your cervix. Okay, so practice that softening here, and then when the time is right, when you're in labor and the cervix is ready to soften, to ripen and open, then remember that this horse lips, releasing the throat, releasing the jaw, and letting your bottom soften. We'll try 1 or 2 more breaths here. And then take your time as you slowly come on out of that. Help your hands under your knees. And now we'll do a little more stabilizing. Let's do some of our stabilizing work. So we'll sit on the edge of the chair. Again, take your strap and your block or your ball. Okay, we'll start by squeezing either your block or ball, whatever you have. Could be a Pilates ball. If you've been to the Spinning Babies workshop, it might be your small beach ball. And begin inhaling, sitting up tall. Exhaling, give that block a nice squeeze. And we're going to combine this in with, we'll do that on the next one actually. Okay, so this one we'll just keep our breathing nice and soft. Inhale fully. With your exhale, evenly squeeze between the knees. Whatever you're squeezing, your outer knees are lined up about to the outer hips. On the inhale, let that squeeze go. Exhale, gently hug your block or ball. We'll do about 3 more. And last one. And when that one's finished, release your block. And now have a loop with something. I'm going to use my strap about as wide as the hips. You might be using your stretchy band or some kind of belt, something that you can tighten. We'll step through, bring it right up around the outer knee. So now when you press against it, your outer knees are lined to the outer hips. So sit up tall. And on the exhale, evenly press the outer knees against that strap. On the inhale, let it go. Okay, we're going to combine in a pranayama, Shatali. So on the inhale, breathe in through the nose, roll your tongue. On the inhale, breathe in through that roll of your tongue. Exhale through the nose as you press against that strap. Inhale through the roll of your tongue. Exhale, press against the strap. Exhale naturally. Inhale, release the strap, press. Breathe in through the roll of your tongue. Exhale, press. Good. Take your time. We'll do 3 or 4 more. And this time that you're done, gently release that strap. That breathing exercise is getting our body ready for a rest. So gently come on down. We'll set up your rest. Rest how you're comfortable. I'll set us up in an incline of your bolster. Second trimester might just be using 1 block. Third trimester might have that 2 block. Stair step, a little blanket roll for the neck. And then your second blanket, unroll it so it's long and make a long roll. And then we'll lean back. Can bring soles of the feet together. Scrunch that just right to the outer hips, not underneath. You don't need to lift up, just right to the outer. Adjust the roll under your neck so it's comfortable. You might also have additional pillows. You could use instead a pillow under each knee. Make any adjustments. So this feels great. You might be walking your shoulders underneath you. You might feel better with a blanket or some pillows under your knees with your legs extended long. A few nice easy breaths here as you settle in to your rest. And today, either let my voice, either let yourself continue dropping into your body, into your rest, and tune out my voice. Or you can follow this breath mantra of so hum. Okay, so gently inhale. So hum to yourself, a nice full breath, so hum. And exhale, saying to yourself a long so hum. Try a few of those, really taking your time, that nice full breath in, letting the belly swell, the ribs and the chest. And fully taking your time on the exhalation as your legs go limp, your arms limp, the face and jaw releasing. And matching that with a slow inhale of so hum. And exhaling, saying to yourself, so hum. So every inhale will be so hum. Each exhale, we'll be adding to it. So this inhale, excuse me, another so hum. And this time on the exhale, so hum, so. Every inhale, so hum. And your next exhale, so hum, so hum. If you ever need to take an extra breath in between or you're not matched up to me, that's okay. Let it be very slow. Inhaling, so hum. And this time exhaling, so hum, so hum, so. Inhaling, so hum. And exhaling, so hum, so hum, so hum. Inhaling, so hum. And exhaling, so hum, so hum, so. Inhaling, so hum. And exhaling, so hum, so hum. Inhaling, so hum. Exhaling, so hum, so. Inhaling, so hum. And exhaling, so hum. You might continue your so hum mantra, just one on the inhale and one on the exhale. Or maybe you let the mantra drift away and drop into your rest further. I'm still here. I'll be quiet for the next few minutes. And then in a few minutes, I will take you out, guide you out of the rest. And to gently deepen your breath. Invite some movement into your body. And bend your knees, taking your feet on the floor. Shift your bottom over to one side and roll all the way over to the side and help yourself up with both arms. And come to a seat to end with this message of alignment in your body. So on this, the height that you began the session on, ends with that message of spaciousness in your belly. And bring a hand to your heart, a hand to your baby. Let your head bow. Send some nice loving breaths to your baby, breaths of gratitude to your baby. And do the same for yourself. Breathe deep love and gratitude into your body. We'll end with 3 alms. Bring your hands to Anjali Mudra. Inhale. Namaste.